EA Sports coverage in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, to Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Benson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Benson. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trey Benson, 50 yards. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, 70 Timberwolves. Bronco 80.
Looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready up. Get it.
They run over center with Benson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Come on, come on.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On the RPO, he'll keep, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. James Pierce. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now 3rd down and very long.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nolan Smith providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Played, took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Daniels looking to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And it's a room to maneuver. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 73 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to keep it. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
These two teams all tied after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 19 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jahad Campbell. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Daniels. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Carter. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get two on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Second and 3. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And Walker once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Viking 18. Nope, rig alert, rig alert. Ready, ready.
Straight ahead, Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
19 Lions. Say, hey. I got it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To the air goes Daniels. Let's one go downfield for Pierce. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Buffalo 18.
Washington first down.
Now Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
We'll get it inside the 20. And he takes it in for the Commanders' touchdown. Trey Benson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well,
partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
2nd and 14. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
19. Cup 19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Good-looking return set up here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 sight, Warriors 19 Lions.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Open man here is Benson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Press all 80. 65 catch, 65. Mustang 19. 18 Rodley, 18 Rodley.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 14.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line in the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Well, I took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Reek Woolen.
Harder's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
43-yard line.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Commanders' 43-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Second and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On the jump.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The Seahawks field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try...
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Alec Pierce. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And some room to run now. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run again with Walker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Panthers 60. Panthers cooking.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 70 Lions. Ready, right?
He'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 2nd down and 6 now.
Come on, come on. Set.
On the handoff, this is Walker. Call it a gain of a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
18.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Go.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.